morning, Cascade Junior Senior High School, and welcome back to our soon-to-be newscast, named Newscast Kyle. We just would like to leave our stuff open for just another week. We had a few good ideas here, so I want to give a couple shout-outs. Justin Pry thought Cougar Time ESPN would be appropriate, and putting the CHS in school. Kate Green thought that would be a good name. Weber's Weather Report and Fritz's Fast Facts. I thought those were some really good and creative ideas for us to be able to go through. But right now in the lead is the Cougar Cast with some of our junior high students. And before we get started, we actually got a small piece of fan mail. I got an email that says, it was really enjoyable watching you guys last week in our first newscast. You really put the cool in school. And that was sent by none other than Kyle Weber.
Okay, fantastic. All right. This week is the week of April 1st through April 7th. Today, starting this week, is Tuesday, and it is an A day. And we're going to take you to our top story this week, which is ISASS testing. All right, top story of the week, ISASS testing. Coming up, starting today on April 2nd, we're going to start doing some ISASS preparation. Got some practice tests coming down that you can work on. The tests are coming up the prior week, coming here in April 11th. Will be our first test. That's going to be the English kind of writing test. And then the week after will be Wednesday the 17th. We got our math test. And then the 18th, which will be Thursday, will be our reading part of the test. And then the science will be on Friday, and that's for 8th graders and 10th graders. So coming down. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about ISASS?
Yeah, I think the number one question we always get, Kyle, is why do we take the ISASS test? And, one thing I would encourage everybody to do is it's an opportunity for us to really demonstrate how well our kids do academically. 100%. And so being able to look at our scores and look at our achievement across the state is a wonderful thing for us to be able to do. And each year we're really proud of how the kids go ahead and perform on those assessments. The other thing it allows us to do is just to look at our curriculum. And so we look at those scores, we look at the data, we reflect on what we're teaching and how we're teaching it as a way for us to continue to get improve and get better. And then we also have our conditions of learning just to make sure that all of our students, and that's going to be on April 9th, where we will take that assessment and just see how our kids respond to school as well. One thing that's a little bit different this year, we've been taking A reading and A math as part of our FastBridge assessment. And so we are putting all of those scores together in what we call a data wall. And that's just going to help us identify students who might need some additional support down the road, and for ways to do that, because we want everybody to be able to read, write, and do math at a very high level when they graduate from Cascade High School. So that's another reminder just to do really, really well on those. Gives us the best data possible to make sure that we're able to help students in a way that is impactful for them. So in this next week, we're going to have all of our kids work with their Cougar Time teacher and really look back at what are their scores on those assessments. ISASS last year are also our A reading and A math. As you know, we've taken those 2 times this year. And so just being able to see and set some goals for them to be able to move forward. So some really, really exciting things. I look forward to seeing how well our kids perform on those assessments this year, Kyle.
Yeah. Awesome. It's going to be a great week to really practice and prepare for some of these ISASS testing. You'll be able to look at that data wall information and really build a goal. And you'll actually get a chance to go in and practice some of these tests. Because they're computer-based, there's some tools in there that you'll need to know and use. So really take a chance this week to get in and see what those tests look like, what kind of questions they're going to ask. And just helps prepare you, maybe lessen that anxiety when you get ready to take a test, because testing can be kind of a nerve-wracking time. So practice tests will be coming. Also, one thing to help prepare for you is just to kind of really structure yourself, like getting good sleep, getting good breakfast, kind of being here at school, being prepared to be here. The one thing that is a big struggle with ISASS is if you're not here, us trying to make sure that you get those tests done, because it is a state requirement to get those tests done. So if you do miss, which happens, we do have makeups, and we have to kind of get those done right away. So if you do miss, we will get you tested the next day when you're back in the building. We usually do that in the library if we can, or maybe in the main office. So just preparing for ISASS testing, eating good, getting good sleep, and then trying to be here as best you can. So those are coming up. One thing else to kind of mention is just your computers. You got to keep those ready to go. And one way to do that is restart your computers. If you have not restarted your computer this trimester, you might want to do that today. And this week, I would continue to restart them almost every day so that they're ready to go. The one frustration that happens every year is right when we get ready to test, somebody needs an update.
Yep.
And then they kind of puts them on behind the testing time, and kids sometimes feel rushed during that time. So just think about restarting your computer now, and then every day, every morning you get here, restart your computer, get it ready.
Yeah, a lot of software updates that are happening here as we prepare for that. So wishing everybody the best of luck as we head into ISASS testing season. As I like to say, it's rise and shine. It's ISASS time every day for that. But with that, we are on to Weather with Weber.
All right, here we go. And now we're on to Weber's weather report. This week is a gorgeous looking week, normal spring week, I think. Like 53 degrees was yesterday on Monday. Today, Thursday is 50 degrees with a chance of that April showers, those rain coming through. Wednesday, 53 degrees, partly cloudy, maybe a little chance of rain. And then you got Thursday and Friday looking really nice. We're in the 52 degrees and sunny, and then 60 on Friday and sunny. So it looks like a great spring time.
I do look forward to those Mayflowers.
Yes. Let's go on to lunch.
Yeah, so lunch this week. Obviously, yesterday enjoying your day off. Today, though, we have boneless chicken bites. Tomorrow, we have a pub burger on a bun. On Thursday, it was spaghetti with meat sauce. I think spaghetti is always a favorite. And then for Friday is our cheese-filled breadsticks. So that's what we have going on in the Cougar Kitchen this week.
Sounds great.
Happy birthday!
All right, birthdays for this week. Yesterday on the April Fool's Day, we had Monday, April 1st, Alicia Ingasser with a birthday. Tuesday today, Leah Schwanker and Jackson Green have birthdays. On Friday, we have Bryce Lynch. And on Saturday, Will Bergfeld, Peyton Feldman with birthdays. And then Sunday, we rounded out with Johnny Lynch with a birthday.
So happy birthday, everybody. And as we transition, just want to go, what's happening this week in sports. So obviously yesterday we didn't have school, but we did have a track meet at Anamosa, and we did have boys soccer up at Beckman. So awesome. Looking forward to those. And then on Tuesday, we have golf that is happening. Both the girls are at Fillmore and the boys are at Bellevue. So looking forward to them out there. Girls track on Tuesday till this evening is at Dubuque Senior. On Thursday, we kick off our boys junior high track season. And then our girls varsity track is at Independence, and our boys are at Tipton. So again, a lot of things going on down there in Tipton. We've talked about that last week. And then boys soccer is at home for their opener against Bellevue. So excited to see what they're able to do there. On Friday, we missed this one on our first newscast, but really excited for our girls who are playing soccer at Western Dubuque, and they are actually at Central DeWitt. So really excited to see them perform out there on the field. And then Saturday, we have some activities this week as well. Boys soccer is at Postville, and so they'll be making the trek up there. Boys golf is at Edco. And we have a boys and girls track meet at Marion High School. So some activities happening 6 nights this week.
Very busy, very busy. Hitting the fine arts stuff, we have one kind of big thing coming up on Saturday. We have solo and small ensemble festival here for band and choir at CHS.
Yeah, that's a big event. I know, looking for some volunteers and people here to be able to support that. And that's just some other school activities that maybe don't fall into those categories is Friday, April 5th at 6 o'clock, we have the FCCLA banquet. I know a lot of good things. The last competition went really, really well.
Yeah.
And then also we're looking to take some people to Ireland here shortly. And so there's going to be a couple departure meetings that are going to take place in their preparation for that. So really excited to see and allow our kids to be able to go overseas, Kyle.
Busy week.
A lot going on, I agree.
Important news for the week that everybody needs to know. A lot of it's really pertaining to seniors coming up here. Some seniors that are coming to the office looking for letters of recommendation from coaches, teachers, and also employers. We have a letter of recommendation form packet that they can fill out to put a lot of great information about what they do inside and outside of school. We're just reminding seniors to come in and grab that if you're asking for a letter of recommendation from somebody. It's also a great reminder to seniors that or anybody, if you're getting a letter of recommendation, to ask a couple weeks in advance. You don't want to ask somebody the day before. That puts a lot
It's
of pressure.
really helpful to write them on that end when you have
Yeah.
a little bit of information outside what they maybe do at school.
Exactly. So seniors, make sure you pop into the counseling office and grab that letter of recommendation form. Also, another information for seniors is that we have that upcoming big senior class meeting during Cougar Time on April 16th. Just want to remind you, I said it last week, but we're just going to tell you one more time. It's coming up here. So it's important to know. And then really the top story, ISASS, and we already talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
So just remember, those are coming April 11th, April 17th, April 18th, and April 19th. So,
I would agree. And a nice reminder, too, is for seniors, double check your email. Last week, we sent out some information related to end of the year dates. Believe it or not, graduation's not far away, Kyle.
not far away at all. Got a joke for you this week.
I'm excited.
You ready
After
for this?
last week, I've been waiting all week for this,
I
Kyle.
know. It's going. Okay, so how does a penguin build a house?
That's a good question. I'm not sure I know the answer to this one, Kyle.
It glues it together.
It glues it together. That is a
glues it
really
together.
good one.
Good
So
one.
that concludes our second installment of this soon-to-be-named newscast. So again, check your email. Give us some feedback on that. But for Kyle Weber, I am Ryan Fritz, and you guys have a fantastic week.
Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.